So this is the start of the Doggett's Coat and Badge, and it's a great start by Coran Cherry in black in the centre, and he's going toe to toe with Jack Finelli, who is on the south side of the river. And at the back at the moment is Charlie Millward, also from Poplar Blackwall, a new sculler.
Great to be coming under the iconic bridges here in London. 11 of them to tackle, and we've already gone under both London Bridge, where the race starts. We're now moving through underneath Cannon Street Rail Bridge, and this section of the course so tricky to navigate here, but Coran Cherry doing extremely well in this, his 4th attempt at the Doggett's Coat and Badge. Yeah, it's all about the navigation on this section of the Thames. A hugely challenging piece of water up here through central London, and very different technique. Coran Cherry leading Jack Finelli in blue over now all the way on the north bank of this river.
Yeah, and they're just going under Blackfriars Bridge. They passed under the Millennium Bridge by Tate Britain, that iconic art gallery. And the scullers are quite spread out now. Coran has gone in black. He's gone over to that south side of the river, right on the inside of Bend. The water's going to cut up, we think, as they come under Waterloo Bridge. He's kind of got about 750 metres to Waterloo Bridge, Cherry the leading sculler, but it's completely different here. Kenny Dwan, the fantastic British sculler, sculled in the 68 and 72 Olympics on the launch timing today. Doggett's winner himself. He thought the best station was the North Bank. That's where Jack Finelli is now. Maybe he's got the stream there.
Well, one of the stormiest skylines that we've seen here, and underneath the stormy skylines, a big patch of swell, and these fine boats, Martin. I know that these Wintech Explorers 245s are designed to cut through the waves and be that little bit more stable, but it's still such a bobbly patch here, and you can see Charlie Millward, the sculler in white, the newbie, having to try and fight through these really tricky conditions, and there's blades not quite square entering the water, which will just be making that even more unstable boat to sit.
Yeah, he looks so comfortable in the flat water, but I tell you what, look at the tactics of Cherry there. Coran Cherry, the 31-year-old, he's gone right over to the north side. He's coming up to the Houses of Parliament. He's still maintained that 8 or 9 length bleed over Jack Finelli, and Coran Cherry's come right across the other side of the river. I tell you what, I would not like to scull on these conditions, Camilla.
Oh, a big slip there for Charlie Millward in white, just letting his blades go duck underneath the water. A big tip. He's trying to keep level, keep calm. He's recovered well, and here he goes. He's back on top of the water now.
You know, I think Charlie Millward, if he keeps cool and calm, he's about 8 lengths behind Jack Finelli, who's in 2nd place. And Coran Cherry's disappearing even more. He's really putting the distance on Finelli. And Millward, you know, if he keeps the Poplar Blackwall District sculler, if he keeps his cool, if he just looks round, 2nd place could be his, Camilla, as the last sculler comes under Westminster Bridge. This iconic race, this fantastic city, these tremendous landmarks. We're going past the House of Parliament at Big Ben now, and who's going to take 2nd place? It's not a done deal. The water's cutting up a bit rougher now. You've got to be careful.
This is exactly the southward wind that we were expecting. This is exactly the part of the course that we are anticipating to be rough. And my word, I've commentated on coastal rowing events, and I must say this certainly gives it a run for its money. This oldest boat race in the world, competed every year since 1715. This is the 311th edition here of the Doggett's Coat and Badge. And all of these competitors here looking to aspire to win that elusive red coat and silver badge.
They are, and Coran Cherry, he's out of sight. Jack Finelli's going quite close to the north bank, where I think he finds the water flatter, but his opposition, Charlie Millward, is in 3rd place, still holding the distance behind Jack Finelli. He's out in the middle for the stronger stream.
Yeah, looking for that flood tide, that stronger stream to push them down towards the finish line at Cadogan Pier in Chelsea. This is it's a long course. This 4 miles and 5 furlongs long. That's about 7.4 kilometres. in new money. It will take them a reasonable amount of time. The course record here is set by Bobby Prentice aboard our boat here, who is umpiring this race in a time of 23 minutes and 22 seconds. I think it's going to take some to beat that, but a really good saboteur by Coran Cherry here.
The sculler out in front, Coran Cherry, the older one at 31. Both these lads in second and third, Finelli and Millward, 27 years of age. Millward, this is his first race. I think he's doing fantastic for his first race. He's got another 3 races to go, or 2 races to go. We allow them to do 3 or maybe 4, like this is the 4th race for Coran Cherry. And it's a fantastic experience. I mean, he stayed in the boat in these rough conditions. I think Finelli's going to make sure of that 2nd place. But he's going to have to hope something happens to Coran Cherry out in front, who's going around the skyscrapers. We've gone under Lambeth Bridge. We're coming up to Vauxhall Bridge, if you know this part of London. It's so iconic, the spectators waving from the bridges. The barge master, Bobby Prentice, up in front with his umpire's hat on like an admiral. His maroon coat looks absolutely splendid. Kenny Dwan, the Doggett's winner, doing the timing with his red coat and red cap. It is just sensational to be out here.
Yeah, this it really does feel special to be part of what is the most historic rowing event in the world, it must be said, and it does feel special to be out in the water. The wind calming down now, we're certainly getting more sheltered as we get further around the bend here, as Martin's described, between Lambeth and Vauxhall bridges. We're about to come past Tate Britain on the north bank here, and a little look round the shoulder there for Jack Finelli on the blue station. He's come all the way over from station 3, now pretty much on station 1, and he's just trying to keep himself a few blade lengths out from the Uber boat, from the clipper boat, of which he's keeping an eye on, keeping himself tucked in to get this nice bend round this next part of the course.
Yeah, what I don't understand is the tactics of the leading sculler, Coran Cherry, because he's gone right over to the south side of the river. It's kind of like the outside of the bend, Camilla. He obviously knows what he's doing, but Finelli is on the inside of the bend. He should have a quicker run. He should take metres, lengths.
We're on the flood tide. The river is currently at its lowest. It is as low as it can be, and so those scullers that are moving towards the banks, they're not getting that stream, but also they have to watch out for all of this sort of shoal and the bank on their blades.
Yeah, definitely. You've got to know the river. And these guys, they drive launches up and down the river. They are freemen. They've done their apprenticeship for the Waterman and Lighterman's Company, and they have earned their right. Cherry in black out in front, still looking as if he's the one to beat. And such a historic race. 1715. The American colonies were still British at that time. George I came on the throne. Louis XIV, the Sun King, had died. And the 15 rebellion, where the old pretender, so-called James III, tried to take over the throne, was in progress. And that's why Doggett started this race, the Doggett's coat and badge, to celebrate the accession of King George III back in 1715, the 311th edition. And such history.
And at the moment, you talk about the history, but it's laid over the top of the modernity here of London as Battersea Power Station comes into view, the recently developed and restored Battersea Power Station, new flats, a new shopping centre, a real hallmark of the centre of the Thames here that runs through London. And these scullers now absolutely minuscule in its shadow as we move into this very calm part now of the course. It is pan flat in comparison to what we saw near Westminster, and I think here Coran Cherry is going to be thinking this is his day. We're now moving into a bit of a headwind, Martin. This is going to be really tough here at the end of the race for these guys.
And how must Coran Cherry feel? He can look back on Jack Finelli. He's seen the umpires launch, go past Finelli, go past Millward. It's a fair weight that those scullers will have to deal with. That's fair dues. You've got to really handle anything in the Doggetts. Each of these scullers has their own safety boat, which is obviously really important. The rain is just teeming down now. It's really coming down, but you know, we can see the finished bridge. I don't know if Coran is looking round but he looked good, punchy on the front end. He's not going to be beaten, Camilla.
He's not going to be beaten here, and especially now he's seen our umpire launch come into view. We're right now on the tail here of Cherry as he moves in towards that finish line. And if he takes one more glance behind him, I think he'd be able to feel it and see it, but he's not. He's razor focused here, not only on his stroke, but also on his blades entering the water, keeping that stability here on this poppy water. So important.
And what a story, you know. He volunteers at the Water Sports Centre for the Scouts, and he helps young kids on the water. He's been doing that for about 15 years. He's taken a 6-month break.
This is going to be the final stretch here for him now. As the heavens open, this really is the waterman's weather.
It is the waterman's weather. We are absolutely getting soaked. The barge master at the front is getting soaked. Coran Cherry won't care one jot about getting soaked because he is coming up to the finish at Cadogan Pier just before Albert Bridge. The flag is out, the white flag is out. I can see it on the boat at Cadogan Pier. The proudest moment perhaps in Coran Cherry's life, and for his mum Lisa too, and for his son. There's the hooter, Coran Cherry. He is the 2025 Doggett's Colton Badge winner. So I can see in the distance Jack Finelli. He is definitely, I think, in second place still, and Charlie Millward is still in third place, and those two guys are going to be coming up to the finish shortly. But from me, Martin Cross and Camilla Hadland-Horrocks, it's congratulations to Coran Cherry, 2025 Doggett's winner.
Hello, I'm Coran Cherry. I'm 31 and I'm the August Coran Badge 2025 winner. Hopped in the boat and I just went for it and I won.